Valiant effort by Sarasota Tim. BlindViews live streamed live on February 25th, 2024. Received 4,836 views, and at this point in time, 324 comments. Sorted by, ranked by top comments opposed to newest first, and we begin with Tim Baker. You brought the hate upon yourself by blocking and shadow banning your commenters and supporters. Some of these people have mobility and medical issues that prevent them from getting out. They live vicariously through YouTube, and the small amount of validation they receive through comments and upvotes is life-affirming. This construct would not be understood by a self-absorbed narcissist. And we have responses and replies to this original posted comment that read, if a content creator blocks or shadow bans me, I lose interest in their channel, I stop watching and unsubscribe. Some channels are simply to watch, others raise things that I want to be able to discuss. That's all Tim does. Tim, ... karma is going to get you. ST doesn't care about his subs. If he did, he wouldn't have blocked us when we left comments telling him and his subscribers to tread carefully when deciding to take Social Security at 62. Taking Social Security early is a major financial decision and shouldn't be done because of a fool living in a cheap RV tells you to do it. Now, this is a very interesting comment. I didn't expect it. Honestly, I got to tell you guys, I'm literally reading these for the very first time right now. And I truly hope that there are lessons to be learned here today based on what we discover in these comments on this live stream and YouTube, people, interaction, communication, and content trends in general. YouTube is a very, very peculiar place. And the purpose of this place and how it's viewed by those who gravitate towards it from a creator perspective and a viewer subscriber perspective is mind-blowing if you really deep dive, like try to analyze it like I do. And I would be real careful. I would be extremely careful and weary, cautiously pessimistic in regard to who I listen to and what advice I would take and decisions and choices that I would make in my own lives based on YouTube. But it's really no different than the real world, really, because if you walk into a bank, if you walk into a medical physician's office, if you walk into a car dealership, if you walk into a mechanic shop or service station, if you walk into a financial advisor's office, if you walk into a gym and enlist the services of a personal trainer, all of these places, all of these businesses, and all of these people have an objective in mind. And that objective is to run a successful business, and success is typically defined by profitability. This profitability is going to be based on margin, what they can sell, what people will buy, and how much of that they can scale in volume. And that may not necessarily align with your particular goals or perhaps maybe even your best interest because it's not about you, it's about them. Now, there is one channel in particular that does come to mind with regard to Social Security discussions, conversations, and content, and that channel is Azul. Now, I'm not saying that I would take his advice, but he's one of the few that I would consider to be qualified to speak on the topic. And this has nothing to do with this person in particular that this live stream from BlindViews is about. Their living situation, their home where they live, what they have chosen to do for them. But you got to think about it. What is the goal here? Okay. And this is a question that I ask all of my clients when it comes down to creating content for YouTube. What is the goal? Not everybody's goal is the same. Okay. But if the goal is to share, then you can put a check mark in that box. Mission accomplished. If the goal is to educate and inform, well, what are your credentials and how qualified are you on educating and teaching and tutoring and informing the masses? Yeah, maybe there should be a disclaimer down at the bottom, but maybe there should be a disclaimer down at the bottom of YouTube in general. You can't believe everything you see and only half of what you hear, I think, right? But either way, this is a platform completely designed for entertainment purposes. Actually, let me back that up. Advertisement purposes, perpetuated, and some of the most successful creators and businesses on the platform take advantage of this and execute on this to the T based on entertainment, while others do it in a variety of other ways. But what are the motives? What are the objectives? Is this real? Is it fake? Can you believe it? Can you trust it? Is it a prank or a satire or parody of some sort? And you just missed the part where they told you that? Or does it just happen to be some rando who records his day and says whatever comes to mind? Maybe he relates to you. Maybe he reminds you of someone that you know or knew. Maybe he's just like you. But if the goal is to solely make money, well, then you got to realize that what's said versus what pays are quite often two separate things, or at least, depending on your motivation and how much money you want to make, will be determined and dictated by the advertisers, by the viewers, by the algorithm, by trends, by virality, by the paycheck, by Google AdSense and ad revenue. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I think I know how this works, okay? I think I know how this works far more than most, and quite possibly the top upper percentile of those, especially in comparison to pure viewers and consumers of the platform. I have a video that just recently crossed over probably 90,000 views within less than 24 hours on a channel with 86, maybe 87,000 subscribers now, whereas the videos before it had hundreds, if not thousands of views. It wasn't by accident. And the purpose is to make money. ST doesn't care about his subs. Now, that's a bold statement. I'm only reading the comments that are on the screen here. But I don't watch his content. So I would have to ask, is he specifically, purposely trying to solicit and deliver sound advice in regard to Social Security? Or is it more or less a look into his own personal life and what he's chosen and what he's doing that can be misinterpreted as advice? In response, he blocked me early on, and with no vulgarity or rudeness in my comment at all. I just mentioned that he really was not a minimalist. I guess that was fighting words. Timmy doesn't care about anyone but Tim. If he did, he wouldn't want others to be poor like Tim. Is Tim poor? Is Tim poor? That's funny, because I scroll up here to one of the first comments here, actually the first comment in the live chat replay, on the top chat replay. And it says that here is the issue. Johnny Boy says, here's the issue. We know this guy is a fool, but the more we uncover him, the more it drives viewers to his channel. And interestingly enough, there's some truth to this. And I'll pull up Social Blade here, and we're going to look at his channel and get a little glimpse into how it's performing. 1,810 uploads, 63,000 subscribers, 15 million views. Country, United States. Channel type, ding, 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 entertainment, folks. Created June 22nd, 2015. But it wasn't until somewhere in 2023 that he really kind of got a big boost, got a real break when he dove into the Social Security world, which is the only reason I would even know he existed, because at the time he was getting hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views on videos, and you couldn't ignore it. You couldn't not see it. That's one of the funny ways about how YouTube works. It doesn't matter who you are, what you've created in the past, or anything. If you hit the right nerve, they'll send you everywhere. And his number one video from 7 months ago is 1.9 million views. That's pretty impressive. Number two, 8 months ago, 1.3 million views. And the first being collecting Social Security at 62. And the second being the minimalist life is the life for me, how to live on Social Security. And there's more to it, but I'm not going to hover over it to see what it says. The third one here you can see is Social Security, and the fourth is Social Security, fifth, sixth, seventh. All Social Security, not necessarily number 8 from what I can tell, but number 9, Social Security. let's just say, and then we got 10. So let's just say 8 out of 10 of his top videos in the last 8 months include some form of Social Security in the title. Interesting. Let's see here. Now, his views currently are roughly 1 million views for the last 30 days. And in regard to Johnny Boy and his comment in the live chat that we know this guy is a fool, but the more we uncover him, the more it drives viewers to his channel. Now, actually, let's see here. Over the last 30 days, he's actually picked up 50% more subscribers in the last 30 days. Over the last 30 days, he's picked up almost 7%, a little over 6.5% more in views. Now, I don't know if this is because of all the talk around Sarasota Tim, as I've seen countless channels referencing Sarasota Tim and his Social Security videos and his lifestyle and his choices and decisions, quite possibly some of his faults and lies and deception. But I don't know if it's being driven by that or if it's being driven by him himself, and quite possibly the frequency of uploads and the quantity of videos that he produces and so on and so forth. But they're in the green. They're going up. I mean, whether he's doing something wrong, he's definitely still doing something right. Right? If the goal is to make money, which, I think is a driving force, a really strong factor behind why. I will put it out there that if Sarasota Tim ever wanted to have a discussion or a live stream and talk about these things or collaboration of sorts, by all means, feel free, reach out. I'm not a hater. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a content creator. I'm a business person. I'm an analyst. I'm intrigued. And if you're going to put yourself on YouTube or any social media platform for that matter, then you have to be willing, ready, and able to accept whatever comes your way as a result of that, good, bad, or indifferent. And if you're watching and you disagree with anything that I say, then you don't have to keep watching. But BlindViews says, let's see, BlindViews here, 1,500 uploads. Now this is pretty interesting. 1,500 uploads, but only 9,000 or 9.84 thousand subscribers, 3 million views. Same country, U.S., channel type entertainment, and the creation date, April 7, 2015. So if we were to look at this in comparison, BlindViews and Sarasota Tim are almost on an even playing field in regard to time on platform and quantity of total video uploads. Yet, BlindViews has far less subscribers, and BlindViews has far less views. And ultimately, BlindViews has probably made far less money, and BlindViews is up 81% on subscribers in the last 30 days, up 82% on views in the last 30 days. So maybe this could be a win-win situation for both parties. We shall see. As we get back to these comments here, let's see if I can find my spot. Timmy doesn't care about anyone but Tim. If he did, he wouldn't want others to be poor like Tim. Okay, I read that one already. All that blocking is about control. It's his channel, and you can't question anything. There are several channels like that, and just like Tim, they go crazy when they can't control other channels. That is the biggest problem most have with Timmy. He tells everybody to take Social Security at 62. He never tells them to sit down with a financial person who will review it in detail, in detail their debts, income, savings, and their personal history, etc. And he never tells his viewers either that making this decision when to take it is a huge personal decision, and many factors have to be weighed before deciding what time is best for them to draw. He never tells them he has zero financial knowledge, experience, or education. He is a high school dropout who sold one coupon auto book door to door for 33 years. Pushing his shits about retire at 62 tickles viewers' ears, and he knows it is clickbait. He knows the algorithms picked it up, and he gained tens of thousands of subscribers from it. So he makes the same video over and over, literally probably 100 times, stating incorrect information and hurting lives. This comment had a lot to say. And I got to question, I got to wonder, I got to ask, why? Why is it the responsibility of Mr. Tim here to divulge all these things that you claim should be told up front, disclosed, a disclaimer of sorts to viewers? Why does he have to do that? Why is that his responsibility? He's just some guy with a camera uploading videos on YouTube. If he doesn't know what he's talking about, then he doesn't know what he's talking about. But I don't think it really matters that he should tell everybody he doesn't know what he's talking about. I think people should be smart enough to understand and realize who and know better on who they should listen to. And quite possibly, if you feel so strongly about this, then why don't you, Leslie Smith 719, why don't you create a YouTube channel and help to inform people? How about that? Sarasota Tim, a man who wishes he were great, except he wasn't very good. No, he was and is not. It really could be a decent channel. He stays in his own way. Too many lies. Too many lies. Lies, clickbait. These are all trigger words on the platform. And manipulation, scammer, grifter. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. It's interesting how the internet reacts, right? Reading the comments is a very, very insightful journey, especially when you base it on perspective. I've got my own perspectives, but I've been doing this for a while, folks. I've seen a lot. I know a lot. And probably more than I should, and definitely more than I care to share on this video. But I will tell you guys that if you're interested in knowing more, then by all means, feel free to reach out. Whether it's from the perspective of a financial situation or using the platform and others like it to improve your own financial situation, extract money, monetize through the platform and the other various ancillary opportunities that present themselves tied to YouTube, social media, TikTok, Instagram, you name it, by all means, feel free to reach out. If you're in a situation where you're wondering, how am I going to earn more money or subsidize my lifestyle as, retirement at whatever age, 62 plus, isn't going to cut it, then you might want to pay attention to old Sarasota Tim. But if you really want to know how to do it on a much larger scale, then you may want to talk to me. And granted, I don't know what channel I'm going to put this on. I don't know which channel it will end up on and how many subscribers it has, but I can tell you this, that I've got my hands in a lot of different channels on YouTube. And at the end of the day, subscriber counts and view counts, all these vanity metrics, they don't matter. The only thing that matters is what you guys never get to see. And that's exactly how much gets deposited into accounts every single month by way of all of these tools that are being used and put together to produce substantial amounts of income that most people probably would think is not possible. I'll let you guys decide if you want to reach out. No harm, no foul. But perspective. We're going to end this on the perspective of, depending on whose video you're watching will determine what you see. And that's not just the video, but it's the comments too, in addition to the comments being manipulated and filtered. I mean, there are a variety of tools that can control the comments, as well as moderators that can be employed to make sure that your comment section is exactly what you want it to be and look and feel like you want it to, and never include anything you don't. Even to the point of including things that you do by getting different people or services or bots or chat bots or whatever, AI, to leave the comments for you, to paint a picture, to tell a story, to run a business, to be profitable, to execute at the highest level on your specific objective that most people don't know when they're looking at a thumbnail and title or clicking on a video, or even watching and consuming the content, not realizing that subconsciously they're being mentally hijacked and manipulated in a certain calculated method to execute on achieving a goal. So if we look here on Sarasota Tim and his channel, you can't believe a damn thing those haters say, but haters gonna hate. No truer words have been spoken. And he's got 521 comments on this video that's only been up for one day with 14,000 views. So I guess in the terms of crushing it, Mr. Tim is actually crushing BlindViews in regard to views and comment engagement. Comments here read, I think if you have a YouTube channel and you're putting your life out there for everyone to see, you better have thick skin. Agreed. Or don't read the comments. I don't think that is an excuse to say anything nasty. This should not be a dysfunction tube, although it is. Yes, but YouTube has rules against harassment and bullying. A person has got to protect themselves from some of these nutty people that are out there. There's a fine line between harassment, bullying, and free speech, or freedom of speech. In addition, YouTube doesn't care. What are you referring to exactly? You made a very broad statement without any details. I don't see all his videos. Get a life, man, for the love of God. Thanks for the kind advice, little mama. I don't know what happened there. Maybe there's some comments removed in there, so the conversation, the dialogue doesn't really make sense. You see what I'm saying? I admit that getting Social Security at 62 might be good for some people. I'm glad that I waited to FRA at 66. My health is very good, and I am enjoying the extra money from the Social Security payment going to my bank account each month. It looks to me as if you have other sources of retirement income to provide sustenance. Right now, Social Security provides me with about 60% of my needs. Glad I waited until FRA. The rest comes from annuity payments and Roth IRAs. Thanks for sharing your life experiences. I do not find anything on your channel that is offensive. Keep on trucking. I really miss the handing out samples, Norton and EC, Forerunner, and Wolf Pup days. I wish we could go back there. 7 replies on that comment. Don't watch. It's that simple. I'm not really sure where that came from. Life's about change. Things change all the time. Norton went to cat heaven. Things, let's see here. Things change, I guess. I agree, though. It was more fun back then. I would say go back and watch the old videos for peace of mind. Turd Off-Road 2020 isn't wrong. No one misses that. Times change. All the videos are still up from the past. Go watch them if you missed them. Hi, Tim. You and your positive attitude. I've been a truck driver unloading and loading freight for 35 years. I can't do it anymore. My Social Security application was approved, plus my 2 pensions. That equals $3,500 monthly. July 5th is my last day at the prison job. Thank you. God wins. With 5 replies, you set yourself up to crush it. Well done. And you don't need a side hustle. Congratulations, mate. Enjoy a long and fun-filled retirement after all those hard years of work, sir. Quadruple thumbs up. Congratulations. I will do something I enjoy 12 hours a week. Thumbs up. Thanks for moving all that freight, driver. Truckers supply everything for America. If the trucks stop, America stops. And that's where I'm going to stop, because as you can see here, we lack two things. One, we lack any comments here about truckers for Trump and the New York City, NYC trucker boycott protest. We don't have any of that going on here, at least from what I can see. But we also lack a lot of the negativity and a lot of the hatred and a lot of the complaints and aggression towards Tim that we would see otherwise on BlindViews channel, video, live stream, comment section. And it's all about perspective. I mean, you're free to watch what you want and quite possibly even free to comment whatever you want, as well as for creators and YouTubers on the other side. They're free to say what they want, do what they want, record what they want, upload what they want, title and thumbnail what they want. And ultimately, it comes down to you deciding on whether or not you want to be involved and engaged in this, and maybe YouTube stepping in and deciding whether or not it's appropriate for the platform. But that's just it. Thanks for watching. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot. And maybe we'll read the comments again soon on a different video for a different creator for a different reason. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I can tell you my problems, meditating my silence, but I keep pushing my pen, rotating my stylus. Brokenness feeling like sin, now no breath, low dollar. Used to be left on red, now all the girls go holler. Now all the girls go follow. All the fake fans go pop.